Hi, thanks for joining me for this Back to Basics yoga practice. If you've clicked on this video, it probably means that you haven't practiced any yoga asana on your mat for a while. Whether that's weeks, months, or years, I hope you'll find this practice helpful in just getting your body familiar with these movements again, reminding yourself what yoga is all about. You've done the hardest part already, rolling out your yoga mat and choosing a video to follow. So let's get started and see how you go. Come to a comfortable seated position to begin with. So into Sukhasana, easy pose with the legs crossed. Grab a cushion or yoga brick to sit up onto. If you've got one to hand, just makes things a bit more comfortable. Let your shoulders relax, bring your hands to rest, somewhere comfortable. Sit nice and tall, and you can close your eyes if you like. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth, sighing the breath out. Again, in through your nose slowly. Out through your mouth. Once more, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And start to breathe in and out through the nose. Bring one hand to rest on your chest and one hand on your belly. Just feel the breath moving in and out of your body. You might find that there's an urge to fidget, to move. Maybe your mind is somewhere else, very noisy and distracted. That's okay. As we come back to practicing yoga, it will take time for us to settle again, to feel that steadiness, the sense of calm. So when you notice your mind going somewhere else, drifting away, come back to this feeling of the breath moving in and out of the body, the belly or the chest expanding with the inhalation and contracting with the exhalation. Remember that this is really what yoga is all about. Bringing your mind to a place of focus, a steadiness. How flexible or how strong you are really don't matter. The core of practicing yoga is this: returning to the breath, learning how to be present, how to be aware, how to be really truly connected to what your body's doing. So we'll take one more breath here. And bringing the palms together in front of your heart in this gesture that we call Anjali Mudra. We'll set the intention to move carefully, to practice ahimsa, non-harming, in the way that we move on the mat today. So if anything hurts, if there's any pain, come out of the pose, rest, be kind and gentle with your body. Now you can open your eyes if you had them closed, and you probably find that you've started to slump down a little bit, so grow taller, let your shoulders relax. See if you can switch the cross of your legs without using your hands. We won't be here too much longer. I know sitting like this can be tough if you've had a break from yoga for a while. Then interlace your fingers, push forwards with your palms, let your head drop between your arms, feel that stretch through the upper back, through the shoulders. Really spread out the fingers, press the palms forwards. And then start to lift your hands up towards the ceiling, pushing the palms straight up. Pause, breathe. Notice what it feels like Any little twinges, anything that feels tight. Take another breath in. Exhale to release and stretch the arms out wide. Nice. Bring the fingertips to the ground, then pick up just the right hand. Big breath in as you reach towards the ceiling or the sky, and then exhale, come over into a side bend. So this left hand on the ground can slide out away from you, little bend in the elbow, let the head release over and reach with the right hand. Keeping the right thigh nice and heavy, the right sit bone is planted down on the mat. Notice your breath. Has it become short and shallow here? Can you deepen the breath a little bit? On your next breath in, reach back up to the ceiling, and then exhale to bring this hand down. Moving to the other side. Inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, take it over, leaning into that right hand. Let the head go. Keep the heaviness through the left thigh. Notice any difference on this side. On your next breath in, reaching up. Exhale to bring the hand down. Cool. Then we'll come through to tabletop position, through to the hands and the knees. You're always welcome to put some padding under your knees, so a blanket or a towel across the mat. Make sure there's some space between your knees so they're under the hips. Hands are under the shoulders. We spread the fingers out wide. And to avoid dumping all of the weight into the wrists, we're going to spread the fingers, press down through this section of the hand as well as the fingertips. So really spread your weight out through the palms, actively pressing fingertips and the base of the fingers down into the mat. Cool, then take a breath in, lift your head, look forwards, feel this stretching along the front of the body. And then lift and round your back, let your head drop down between your arms. Push with your hands, feel a stretch through the back of the body. Cat and cow. Inhale, looking forwards, lift the chest, arch the back. Exhale, lift, round your back, drop your head, push with your hands. We'll go a few more times, go at your own pace. Try and match the movement to your breath. Remember, yoga doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be scary looking arm balances and turning your body into a pretzel. It can just be these slow, simple movements, connecting to your breath, connecting your thoughts with the present moment. That's all it is. Okay, now bring your big toes together, take your knees a little bit wider, reach your right hand up to the ceiling, turn your chest to the right, turn your palm to face to the right, spread out the fingers and actively reach up. Big full breaths. Another breath in. Exhale to let that hand come back down to the mat, back under the shoulder. Switching over, left hand lifts up to the ceiling, turning the chest to look to the left, spread out the fingers, reach up high. Another breath in. Exhale, let that hand come back down. Now, child's pose. We'll sit back towards the heels. So reach your buttocks back to your heels as far as you can. And then slide the hands forwards. Let your forehead come down, either straight down to the mat. If you've got a cushion or a yoga brick, you can pop that under your forehead for a little support. Or you can make a little cushion with your hands, either stacking the palms or stacking the fists for your forehead to rest onto. Remember, child's pose or balasana wants to feel like a comfortable resting pose. So have a shuffle around, find a version of this that feels good in your body. And then start to breathe into this shape and see where you feel the movement in your body when you breathe. Do you feel your belly growing and shrinking with each breath? Do you feel it in your chest? Maybe in this shape you feel it in your back. There's no wrong answers. Let's take one more breath here. And then lift your head, look forwards, press down through the tops of your feet. So feet are pressing down into the mat, and we lift back up, bringing hands back under the shoulders, the knees back under the hips, feet back to hip distance as well. Nice. Then reach back with your right foot, tuck the toes on the mat, and start to press your heel towards the back of the room. So pushing the heel back, feel a stretch along the back of the leg, the calf, maybe into the hamstring. Try and keep the arms strong, palms pressing down. And then to switch legs, we're going to go through plank just for a breath. So keep reaching back with the heel, take the left foot back as well, take a breath in. Exhale, let your right knee come down to the mat, so you've switched over the legs. And now we press back with the left heel. Again, breathe. Switching legs again, we'll come through plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, let the left knee come back down to the mat. Push back with the right heel. And then we'll take a slight variation on this one with a twist. So pick up your left hand. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling, press back with your right heel. This is one of my favourite twists. Reach that hand up, still pushing down into the hand that's on the mat. Take another breath in. Exhale, let that hand come back down to the mat. And we're stepping through plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the right knee. Starting to build this strength up again through the arms. It will get easier, I promise. Now we're taking the right hand up to the ceiling, big open twist, press back with that left heel. Breathe here. One more breath in. Exhale, let this hand come down. Stepping back to plank one more time, take a breath in. As you exhale, we're coming down to the belly. You can drop the knees first, but then go slowly as you bend the elbows, lowering your body down to the mat. Then point your toes back, nice and long and active with the legs. Hands are under the shoulders, elbows are tucked into the sides of the body. We inhale to lift up into cobra. Keep the shoulders drawing back, chest is lifting. Exhale to lower back down. Do that 2 more times with your breath, slow and steady, pointing the toes, keeping the legs and the glutes active. Nice, then when you're ready, tuck your toes, push back up onto the hands and the knees, and we're coming into downward facing dog. So toes are tucked, fingers are spread out wide. As you lift up, keep a bend in the knees, lift your bum up as high as it will go and reach it towards the back of the room. Think about reaching your chest towards your thighs. Press with your hands, let your head dangle down, and then start to pedal the feet slowly. Reach your right heel down towards the mat, straightening out the right leg as you bend the left knee. Feel a stretch along the back of that right leg, and then switch over. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, reaching the left heel down. Keep pushing with both hands. Breathe. Switching legs again. Nice and slow, really feeling that stretch. Know that you can come down and rest anytime you need. Don't be discouraged if this is feeling really hard. Nice deep breaths. Let the breath out through the mouth
anytime you need. It's a nice way to release some heat, some tension. One more breath here. Nice. Then we're going to take the right foot forwards into a lunge. So big step forwards. If it doesn't get very far on its own, use your hand, shuffle it into place. Bring it right up to the top of the mat. Lower the back knee down. Lift onto the tips of the fingers, look forwards. Feel that big stretch around the hips. Nice. Push down into this front foot, lift up. Find your balance, either resting the hands on the front thigh, or you can sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out. Take another breath in. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. We're going to step back into plank pose. So stepping through, finding that strength, again through the arms, through the core. Take a breath in. As you exhale, coming down to the belly, lower the knees first if you like, untuck the toes, and then bend the elbows, slowly lowering. Point the toes, keep the legs active. Let's go through 3 rounds with Cobra. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. 2 more at your own pace. Then we're coming back up to downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, press with the hands, come back up onto the knees, and then lift the hips up and back. We're here for 3 breaths. You can pedal the feet again if you like. Relax your head between your arms. Keep the jaw relaxed as well. Then stepping the left foot forwards into a lunge. Again, if it doesn't get very far on its own, use your hand to help it into place. Lower the back knee. Start by lifting up onto the fingertips, looking forwards. See how it feels. Then press down into the front foot to keep you steady as you lift up, either resting your hands on your front thigh or taking your arms straight up. Fix your focus on something. Find a drishti to help you stay balanced, but also to keep your mind steady, keep your mind focused. Take another breath in. Exhale to bring the hands back down to the mat. One more time, we'll step back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down to the belly. Point the toes back, coming through Cobra just once this time. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you lower. Press back up onto the knees and sit back into a child's pose. So maybe taking the knees a little wider, bringing the big toes together and resting the forehead down. Let your breathing settle into an easy rhythm. And when you're ready, just lifting back up into a seated position. Bring your palms together. Take a deep breath. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming back to yoga, to making time for this practice. And we'll leave it there for today. Thank you. Hope you are feeling a bit more inspired and motivated to get back to a regular yoga practice now, after that brief practice of just getting familiar again with the basics. If you're looking for something to work on over the next week, then I have a video series, a 7-day series on this channel, where there's a video for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc.
Each of them is 20 minutes long, and each day we focus on something different. So one day we're looking at twisting postures, another day we practice the moon salutations, another day we go slightly deeper into the hips, for example. So if you were to practice all 7 days in a row or thereabouts, then you would find that there's something for the whole body. It would be a really nice way to re-familiarize yourself with the yoga asana practice. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what else you would like to see from me, and I hope you consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Enjoy getting back into your yoga practice, take care, and I'll see you next time.